Hi, and welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at how and when is love coming into your life. 3 options for today's reading. This is option number 1 over here, option number 2, and option number 3. See which one you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video, because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you're drawn to this heart, get comfy. Let's go ahead and find out how and when love will make its way into your life. First, I want to pull out a couple of cards to do a bit of an energy check. See what's happening with you at this particular moment. That way you can see whether you chose the right pile. If the energies don't resonate, choose one of the other 2 options. So it does feel over here, guys, that you are quite comfortable where you are. It could be that you moved recently, right? And you sort of created this little comfortable space around you. Or you could be thinking about relocating, because there's this energy of being victorious. There's this indication of things starting to pick up in your life. And now you're like ready for love. Like you have overcome some sort of difficult situation when it comes to money, when it comes to feeling like you had no choice, but you kind of stepped it up. You stepped it up a notch. Like you guys literally overcame something quite difficult. But now, like whether you are a man or woman watching this, you're starting to feel this part of you that's missing, that has to do with love, that has to do with your significant other. Is you're feeling like for you to complete this transformation in your life, it's time for love to come in. Because you have been through a lot over here. And as the universe moves you closer to you meeting your significant other, the more things kind of fall apart. Or they seem like they're falling apart. But the truth of the matter is, the universe wants you to know that this is actually for your person to come into your life. And it has a lot to do with your conceptions that were actually misconceptions about love, about relationships, about maybe somebody you were dating who you thought was the one, but didn't turn out to be the one. And now it's the time. They're literally saying over here, option number 1, it feels that you're very, very close to meeting somebody that's going to give you this energy of joy, energy of love, energy of passion. So if that sounds like you, if that sounds like your situation, keep watching. Let's find out when and how love will make its way into your life. So I'm going to be using the Wizard's Tarot for that one. It's nice mild energies to it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. It feels like a lot of you guys, it's either that you've been studying a lot, either that you have been working a lot on a project, but there's this energy of you wanting to have a good time, you waiting for something to finish, like some sort of actual like studying or like a work project. You're waiting for something to finish over here. And you're like, okay, I'm planning on having a good time. I'm planning to make my wishes and dreams come true. And the thing is, like, it's on the way because you guys are fighters. And what I'm seeing is that there is like this opportunity that's coming through with the Ace of Pentacles. Let's take a look at the opportunity. Opportunity for love. So for you, my darlings, this could be happening within the next couple of months. And look at this. They're actually telling me it's not just going to be love and then like, you know, it's like a long-term relationship and whatever. This is actually going to be you meeting your future spouse, somebody that you're going to build a family with. And it's interesting because there's this chance for making money and chance for falling in love. So you kind of got the combo version over here, option number 1. They keep repeating it sooner than you think. You might meet through work or like through some sort of course. Wow, guys, I mean, you're gonna be so happy with this particular person. And you're gonna end up moving with them. There's just this energy of movement forwards, of a particular breakthrough. And a lot of you, you're meeting this person either through some sort of studying, or like it could be a placement, it could be training for your job, but it's like your life picks up and you end up moving somewhere. They're telling me completely different. Some of you might be studying medicine, or the person that you're going to marry has something to do with medicine, has something to do with psychology, has something to do with dealing with people's health, whether physical or emotional. And funny enough, for some of you, my darlings, this is somebody coming from the past. Not necessarily somebody you dated, but somebody you might already know. But again, you know, this is a general reading. It doesn't have to be somebody from the past. But here it's kind of like you make up with somebody or you reconnect with somebody. And the energies are completely different. Show me a bit of a time frame. It's quite fast, guys. I got some fast moving cards. And there's this energy of somebody coming in quite possibly 2 months up to 4 months. And for a lot of you, this is going to be your future spouse, your ultimate boo. And they come into your life very unexpectedly, as if out of nowhere. And I want you to know that you've manifested this person and this person has manifested you. So it's coming in quite fast. Let's take a look a little bit at this person, shall we? Who they are, what's important to them. Oh my God, look at this conjunction, a union merging, coming together. Guys, the attraction in this particular relationship is going to be so strong, it's going to blow your head. You won't know what hit you. It will be something like, you know, when you see in the movies when people lose their heads and you were just thinking, yeah, it's all acting. No, you're going to feel all of that. This feels like a firework of emotions, passion, emotions. Everything is like wrapped into one. And even though I said for some of you it could be somebody from the past, there are a lot of energies that feel like a new beginning. So even if it is somebody from the past, somebody you knew, the energies are completely different. And there's this indication again of this person looking for you. Like their heart is reaching out to yours and vice versa. And for them, a loyal, steady relationship is incredibly important. Bravery, pioneering spirit. Okay, so first we had some water, right? And now we have a lot of fire. So it could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be, but they do possess the qualities of somebody who's very brave, who's very pioneering, who's very they're kind of like up for anything. And for those of you, my darlings, who are looking for a woman, this woman is going to be incredibly sensual, sexual, incredibly feminine, so beautiful in your eyes that you'll be like, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. If you, my darlings, are women watching this and you're interested in men, this talks about the energy that they're going to bring out in you. Like they will get to the pearl. They will get you to open up so that they can see the pearl and that you can see the pearl. So that you can see what is inside of you, that treasure, that precious energy. And both of you are going to be willing to give and receive love. So it's not just that one person that's constantly taking and taking and taking and wants reassurance and wants to be, you know, whatever. It's both give and take. Find value and see beauty. They will see your value. They will see the value in your relationship. They will think 1,000,001 times before they even look at somebody. And I don't think that they will, to be quite honest with you, because this feels like, you know, those who have found what they've searched for, they stop looking. And you know those relationships when people are like, yeah, I'm kind of with that person, but you know, I'm not really sure. I might be looking for something better. No, this is not your story. This is once you found one another, you realize that there's nothing better for you, because this person, they tick pretty much all the boxes. And another thing is, like in this relationship, you guys become realistic about expectations from other people and of other people and of yourself. Like you're not living in a dream world. You realize that, you know, we live in reality and we all have flaws, but you see the beauty in this person. Foundation, health, look at this, daily life, practical details. So it looks like you're going to be meeting somebody who might be a little bit health obsessed. Okay, so they might go to the gym quite often, they might play football, they might, I don't know, exercise, yoga, they might really look after their health. Quite disciplined as well. Patient, and somebody who's been through quite a lot of things. But the way they're going to make you feel, guys, let me say this. Nobody has ever made you feel that way. This is what's coming through in this reading. And it does feel like it's going to be a very passionate and intimate connection as well. Four of Wands, yeah, great communication over here. Three of Cups, yeah. There's a lot of like intimacy. There's a lot of sensual stuff that's coming through over here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, they keep saying like, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one for life. Very romantic. Like there's this energy of romance. They're going to be quite jealous. Like there's this energy of jealousy. There aren't going to be any reasons to be jealous, to be honest, but because you kind of start glowing when you two end up together, people will take notice. But this person is going to be very protective. They're literally going to they're saying, I'll tear anybody apart if somebody hurts my baby. A lot of makeup sex is coming through over here as well. And they kind of have like a message over here. They're saying like, I'm worth waiting for. This connection is definitely worth waiting for, and it's coming in sooner than you think. And this is going to be especially relevant for those of you who are born on the 7th or on the 1st, or have life path number 1 or 7. They're saying don't stop believing in the magic of life with the energy of the Magician over here. It's incredibly important right now. All right, lovely. Option number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, claim it down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. And of course, don't forget to check my Patreon page out with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care of your beautiful selves now, darlings. Bye. Option number 2. Hi, welcome to your reading, guys. If you're drawn to this heart over here, get comfy. And let's take a look at how and when is love coming into your life. First, I want to do a bit of an energy check-in, see what you're going through at this particular moment, just so that you can make sure that you chose the right pile. If it doesn't resonate, choose one of the other 2 options. Okay, so you guys, option number 2, you're very passionate, very sexual, very attractive, right? There's this energy of somebody who enjoys being with people. Maybe you're somebody who goes out. Maybe you're somebody who has a close group of friends and you spend a lot of time together with them. The only thing over here, let me just open this up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to be honest over here, guys. You have daddy issues, right? There's this energy where you felt like you constantly had to perform in order to receive recognition from your father, and it kind of echoes throughout your whole life. So you tend to be somebody who is an overachiever, and might be that right now you kind of don't see this, but you might be in more of an energy that gives you burnout, that makes you more competitive than you would normally be. Because here I'm getting somebody who tries to, sometimes maybe tries too hard to shift the universe, to control things. It could be that you feel like you never really have enough money, you need to earn more and more and more and more. And there's no like set amounts. Because here you're like, I have to push forward, I have to do this, I have to do that. If you're a woman, it could be that you feel more comfortable in masculine energies, but deep down you know that it's not really what it is that you want to experience. There's a part of you that wants to experience these feminine energies. But the daddy issues over here coming through for sure. It could be that you're in kind of a situationship where the other person makes you feel like you have to constantly earn their love, and you kind of like struggling, realizing that, you know what, this isn't what I want, this isn't what I'm about. Or it could be a previous relationship that has affected you in that way, that you feel like you have to always look a certain way, behave a certain way, you have to retain a certain standard. And if you kind of have a bad day, or you don't look so good, or you don't feel so good, you tend to try to avoid people so they don't see this part of you, because you're like, I can't be weak. If that sounds like you, option number 2, keep on watching, because we're going to go ahead and take a look at how and when love is coming into your life. You know, for some reason, I feel like some of you're crying from that description. You heard something that really resonated with you, and you're like, yes, that sounds exactly like me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, you guys feel like you constantly need to take action or do something in order to attract love, to have that love. But what's interesting is, I feel that a lot of you, my darlings, you're going to let go of this way of thinking. You're going to see the toxicity behind it. You're going to see the type of people that are attracted to this way of thinking. It will become as clear as day that love is something that can't be earned, that can't be forced, that it's either there or it's not. And I feel like you constantly had to climb up that ladder. You constantly had to overachieve. You constantly had to prove yourself in order to feel that you are loved. And what I'm saying is that a lot of you, you're working through this toxic pattern and you're releasing it from your life. Even though it's very, very difficult for you to do it. But look at this, as soon as you do, it's like a newer, more softer, more relaxed version of you comes through. It could be that you guys are going to realize that you have a lot of interests that you haven't pursued because it wasn't about achievement, it was about enjoyment. And you're going to go into this energy of enjoying things, not doing things for result, not doing things for money, not doing things for validation, but you're actually going to go into things that bring you joy. And that starts creating a whole new energy around you. And here you're falling in love with you. You're falling in love with life all over again. You're allowing love to just flow rather than trying to bring it by force. I mean, you're going to go backwards and forwards on it, but eventually you will settle in the new energy. And some of you, you might turn your hobby into something that you do over here. And I'm seeing that you guys are going to stand up for what you believe in. So you're becoming softer. And a lot of people think that when you become softer, you don't have boundaries. But this is actually working in a completely different way. You become softer, but your boundaries become stronger because you're no longer fighting and wasting the energy. You just choose to withdraw. You stop proving something to people. You just do your own thing. And things start flowing. So it's creating a brand new sort of boundary over here that's going to work really well for you. And here it is. Here's that person coming in. Now, what I'm seeing over here, guys, is the amazing eye contact that you're going to have with your person. It's like you speak with no words. You speak through the eyes. It's almost like a telepathy sort of thing that's happening over here. It's incredibly sweet. Both of you will really like each other's eyes. And you are going through this rebirth. This is telling me it happens after you kind of withdraw from the world, you find your way, and the whole new you emerges. You might change your hair, you might change again the way that you behave. There are going to be people that are just going to be like, who are you? I don't recognize you anymore. You've changed. And you'll just look at them and you'll just be like, yes, we're meant to. As we evolve, as we grow, we're meant to change. There's a brand new experience that's coming through over here. You're transitioning through these energies. Okay, show me how you how love comes into your life then. Like the reason why they're focusing on all of this is because they want you to understand that you are attracting a completely different person to what you're used to. So if you're only right now attracting F-boys or whatever, this is going to change. They keep telling me about this decision that you have to make. Because it's like beginning a whole new life cycle over here. It doesn't mean you go anywhere. It doesn't mean that you make drastic changes. No, it's the way that you think. It's interesting, they're not giving me anything specific as to how it will come because they're just telling me about this period, this transitioning period. Because for some of you, what I see is you guys being introduced by your coworkers. For others of you, you're being introduced by family. For some of you, it's a completely random thing where you meet at a shopping mall. This is a general reading, guys, and they want you to focus more on the energies of this transition rather than how. Because for each one of you, option number 2 here, it's very, very different. But it happens and there's no turning back. This is what I keep hearing. It happens and there's no turning back. Show me the time frame. They're saying be patient. For some of you, it's within the next 6 months, 6, 7 months. Yeah, look at this again, introduction. It could be that you're going to go somewhere where there's a lot of children. For some of you, it's August. August, July is coming through within the next 7 months, but it's under a year. It's under a year, but what an intense year it's going to be. Let's take a look at this person. What's important to them, who they are, just a little bit. Pluto transform, oh my God. Here I am talking about transformation for the last 10 minutes, and transformation card comes through. So they are going through that transformation as well, guys. That's why it's important not to rush things. It could be that once you meet, your stories are going to mirror each other and you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe you went through that too. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. Gosh. For some of you, by the way, guys, I'm seeing you meeting in December, and it could have something to do with like Christmas market or Christmas something, because it will kind of feel like a miracle. It will be like a present from the universe to you. But this person is very spiritual. Yeah, and they have gone through that transformation. They are all about that 12th house where you find the true you. Again, Saturn, oh my God. Experiencing struggle, learn to work, hard work and patience. Oh my God, imbalance, point of tension, power struggle. Oof, this person is like all over the place. And that's why it's important for you to understand why you haven't met them yet. It doesn't matter how old you are. Guys, when we meet somebody in the period of their transformation, we can fall in love with that version of themselves that's not going to be there. When we're going through that transformation, it can become so intense, we can unintentionally hurt people. And they don't want that. And you don't want that. So right now, let yourselves and let them become who they truly are so that you can fall in love with the authentic version of themselves. If we're going very like, if we're just keeping it down to earth, here somebody is literally maturing. They're going from that child who wants attention, affection, and stomps its little feet and just demands things. They're growing into an adult, realizing that nobody owes anything to anybody, that your partner is not your parent. Yeah, they're not your therapist, they're not your nanny, and they need to transition into that stage so that they don't hurt you in the process. Couple of cards when it comes to your intimacy. I'm just going to put it that way. You're going to work it out. You're going to find a harmony over here. Because to be completely honest, when it comes to intimacy, you might need to work on it a little bit more. And here I'm talking about sexual intimacy, because one person can be unsure, one person can have a lot of insecurities. You will have to talk things out over here. Eight of Cups, Nine of Wands. Yeah, it could be that you'll take a little while to open up. But again, it has a lot to do with healing. It has a lot to do with healing. So they'll do the major part of the healing, and you'll do the major part of the healing by yourselves, with your guides, with whoever. But then it's like through the intimacy, the healing kind of completes itself. Like a major part of the healing completes itself. Relationship dynamic and any messages that they want you to know. Oof, oof, oof. It's going to be intense, guys. That love is going to be intense. They will trigger a few things within you. You will trigger things within them. But it's love. It is love. It comes down. Like, you know, there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of desire. But it comes down. You overcome things. Like, this love is going to be given to you to really do the necessary healing, to see what it is that you need to address, what you need to adjust. And then it comes down and it becomes, you know, nice. Nice in a way that you transform. You start afresh, you start anew. So I'm not going to lie, guys. Here, it could be that you get together and then you break up and then you work on your things and then you realize that you can't live without one another. You get back together. So it could remind you of your favorite soap opera a little bit. But in the long term, you know, this does have the potential to become something very stable, very blissful, where you know each other's demons, you know each other's ins and out, you know how to deal with each other's BS, and you work through things. Let me see if they have any message for you. Don't look at the past. And if you're doubting, always go with your heart. Allow the passion within you to come through. This is what they keep saying. Allow the passion within you to come through. And always remember, you're the most beautiful person in the world to me. And they're saying, we'll make it work. This is what they keep repeating, we'll make it work. And for some of you, I keep hearing, I'm sorry. So I don't know if it's somebody from the past or they're just sorry. I don't know. This is what's coming through. All right, my darlings, if you enjoyed this reading, claim its magic down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below the video. And of course, Patreon is waiting for you to take a look at it, with over 100 exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. All right, guys, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you're drawn to this heart over here, get comfy. Let's go ahead and take a look at how and when is love coming into your life. Before we begin, a little bit of an energy check-in. See how you guys are feeling right now, just so that you can make sure you chose the right pile. If it doesn't resonate, choose one of the other 2 options. Don't force it. If it flows, it flows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right. I've been practicing this art of letting go, and it's new to me, but you know, I know it can be very hard. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your energies. Oof, I see that you're practicing the same thing, and that's probably why I mentioned it. Okay, so here I'm seeing that you haven't released something from the past or somebody from the past. You're going through a major change, a major awakening that's happening right now, but you're not letting it come to an end. You're not letting, you're kind of stuck. You're feeling suspended. Let me see what you're not letting go. You're waiting. Who are you waiting for? Okay, so option number 3, I'm going to say that you're very, very patient. But the cards are kind of telling you to really let it go. Because you're waiting either for somebody to invest in some sort of relationship, you're waiting for like better times, you're waiting for things to get better at work, you're waiting to, I don't know, lose weight, gain weight, move somewhere, and they're kind of saying like, no, let it go. Whatever it is that you're holding on to so tightly, it's hurting you. It's not healing you. Oh my gosh. And the Tower. If you, it could be that, you know, for some of you that you're waiting for somebody to make a decision whether they're going to choose you or not. The cards are saying don't. Something has to come to an end over here. It could be that somebody came into your life, made you feel all nice and good, and they didn't, like, they dropped the ball over here. It could be that somebody's telling you, wait, I just need time. Let me see how I feel. Let me see if I'm going to choose you. Let me see all this blah, blah. You need to see your worth and value over here. You're also usually dealing with people who are very egoistical or childish. Somebody might be asking you to constantly invest in them, and you don't see your worth, you don't see your value. For some of you, my lovely ladies, you might be having issues when it comes to your women's health right now. It's like you can't seem to go into this Empress. They're saying it's time for you to transition from men to, from boys to men. And the same for the guys out there. It's time for you to transition from girls to women, because the vibe is completely different. A lot of you had a very cold mother. There's loads of lies, deception. You're tired of fighting. It feels like you guys, you just want to crawl under a blanket and just be like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with the whole world. But don't stop this transformation from happening. Because they're telling me, like, you over here, it feels like you keep doing something, you keep putting your work in, you keep doing whatever, and then you still end up falling on your face. This is what it kind of feels like. And you're taking on way too much. Way too much. Okay, if that sounds like you, option number 3, keep on watching. Because now we're going to take a look at how and when love is coming into your life. How will it make its way into your, right now, slightly chaotic life, by the looks of it? I feel a lot of you, like, you want to scream. Oh gosh, it feels like, guys, something ended over here, or it's about, but you're holding on. You're holding on for dear life. So love over here, it comes after this painful ending, a realization that like, I just want to say, like, he's not the one or she's not the one. They were never the one. With the realization that even if you did things differently, the outcome would still be the same. The outcome would still be the same. So they're saying, like, put your mind at ease. Nothing that you could have done differently would have changed the outcome. It's an illusion. Look at this. And now you tend to associate love with pain subconsciously. You associate love with pain, but you need to understand there was never love to begin with. It was attachment, it was trauma bond, it was loads and loads and loads of things. but it was never really love. And here the universe is coming through to let you know you're about to experience what true love is. Peace. You're about to see love that doesn't destroy you, but love that builds you up. Love that can help you see that all of that other bullshit was just that bullshit. And it's again, it's coming sooner than you think. My gosh, my darlings. I keep hearing for you, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Seriously, like do a cord cutting ritual. Do whatever it takes. Work with therapists, pray, meditate, but you gotta let this go. This codependent relationship, those fears, like you gotta get out of it. You gotta get out of it. I know it's painful. I know it's horrible. They're kind of saying, like, see what you're fighting for. See what it is that you're truly fighting for. Option number 3. I mean, all options today are intense, but you win the intensity prize. They want you to know that you're going to win. That there is going to be a win. All right, how is love coming into your life? Show me. It comes in passionately. It comes in as this beautiful burst of emotions. Option number 3, I think, I don't know if it's the same people watching me, like option number 3, but I always tend to get a lot of resistance. They're saying love will come into your life when you believe in it, when you believe it exists. Because for now, I'm getting so much resistance to it. I'm going to use a slightly stronger deck over here because you are resisting these energies, at least at this particular moment. Show me how love comes in. It's a meeting through colleagues, through friends. It's an energy of being in a good mood, being surrounded by people that you like. It could be like this, I don't know, an energy of like having dinner with friends, somebody you work with, or having to discuss something that has to do with work. Now you're resisting even on this one. Option number 3, I need you to help me out over here. Because even when I start talking how love is going to come in, it's like something within you starts shutting down. Okay, exactly. Option number 3, you need to work on your blocks. Blocks from childhood, blocks about happiness, blocks about family. You need to review what you see, what love truly is, what relationships truly is, because it's been a very long time since I felt so much resistance to love coming in. And I know some of you might be like, no, I'm ready, I want it. But this is your conscious mind talking. Here, I keep getting resistance. I keep getting resistance because you associate, it's either with like pain, distrust, you associate it with somebody trying to hold you in like some sort of, I don't know, gilded cage. And love does want to come through over here. But it's like you take one step forwards and you take one step back, but it's here. And they're like, look, you're fighting it off. You're fighting it off because deep down you might feel that you're unlovable. But you are not. The universe says, I keep giving you chances, I keep giving you chances, I keep giving you chances, and it's like you don't see them. But I see that this could be something that begins as a friendship first. Because with this King of Cups, this is somebody who's quite patient. This is somebody who's going to be able to give you the reassurance you might need. So love for you over here, option number 3, comes from a friendship. Somebody who comes into your life and you become friends first. You get to know them, you get to see them, you get to really experience them in different situations. And slowly but surely, this builds up trust. So it might not be like that the connection is there straight away, but it starts growing and it starts growing and it starts growing, and it turns out to be something very, very nice and very beautiful. I'm not going to force it anymore. Let's take a look at the person. Let's take a look at the sort of person that's going to love you and whom you will love. Who will help you release this resistance a little bit. Venus. Somebody who's going to make you feel incredibly beautiful. It's interesting, Venus came through in the other reading as well, in the other option. Give and receive love. It's that reciprocity. They're ready to both give and receive. Yeah? So it's not that one person just gives and the other just receives. No, it's give and take. They see your value. They will help you see your value. Might be a good psychologist over here. Doesn't mean that they work as a psychologist, but somebody who's very understanding, very kind, very compassionate. Yeah, look at this again, water. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I just love it when it happens. I just love it when I get the energies before the cards come out. So you guys could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They don't necessarily have to be, but they're definitely somebody who's going to make you feel calm. Somebody who's going to make you feel relaxed. They're not going to take you on like that emotional roller coaster, and they're going to be very consistent with you. And little by little, like this little clam over here, or this little shell, whatever it's called, you start opening up. And they'll find a new approach to you. It could be that you guys are fire and they are water, or vice versa, but there's this energy of them finding the right approach to you. And you will really appreciate it. It will take you some time to really open up. It will take you some time to trust them. But again, because you guys have been through so much and all of this, I mean, once you go through that pain of separation from somebody who's been toxic and somebody who made you believe and somebody who made you, I'm not even going to go there. But that pain is horrible and nobody would want to go through that again. But this person, they're completely different. They're very calm. And that's why at first you might see them as a friend. Yeah, very cultured, very well read. Somebody who enjoys the comforts. I can't remember whether I mentioned when this is happening. Let me see. I don't think I said when this could be happening. Option number 3. Sorry. You were resisting it so much. Oh. Did I or did I not say it? Let me say it again. And again, look, they keep saying when you feel safe with love. When you feel safe with love, when you believe that love exists. So for you, option number 3, it might take some time. For some of you, it's 8 months. For some of you, it might take a little bit more. But it's definitely coming. For some of you, by the way, it might begin as a long-distance connection. They're showing me a long-distance card and maybe not being able to leave. You might still be in this kind of situationship and start talking to them online as friends. But they're kind of saying be patient over here, because this relationship is going to have so much care, so much compassion, so much, it's like tenderness. I keep hearing tenderness. I almost don't want to use the magic of sexual tarot, or whatever it's called, to take a look at your intimacy, but let's take a look anyways. Four of Wands. Oof, the Empress. Here you go. Here comes the Empress. Five of Cups. Yeah, it will take a little while with the intimacy as well. It will take some time to completely open up, to build up the trust. It will take some time, but you'll get there with the Chariot. You'll get there. Because they open up this part of you that you didn't even know you had. And the High Priestess. And again, it's almost like you don't want to see, you don't want to talk about it. Because for you, it's not just about sex, it's about mind, it's about spirit. You do want that spiritual connection. And you'll get it. With that sort of love, you get it. But it's like you guys are standing like in the way of it. Don't. Let's take a look at your relationship dynamic over here. Soulmates. Soulmates, friends, again, intimacy, care, emotions, nurturing energies. It's all about cups for you. And the Chariot keeps coming through. Walking away. Oh, look at this. You could end up marrying this person. Walking away from that heartache. Walking away from that heartache. But you might end up marrying this person because the communication over here is fantastic, guys. With this person, you're going to be able to talk about anything and everything. And you're going to be able to do it knowing that they're not going to turn whatever you tell them against you. Like when you have an argument, very much like maybe the other people did. That you can really trust them with your heart and they're going to be very gentle with it. Let's take a look at the message that they have for you. They're saying that you guys are going to have a lot of fun. You're going to build this beautiful, it feels like from scratch. It's interesting. They're giving me the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. They're saying that you don't see the potential until you put love in it. A potential of something until love comes into play. A potential of yourself until love comes into play. They're saying 3 is a crowd. There will never be a third person between us. And the potential of what we could build together is limitless, completely limitless. And they will treat you as their greatest treasure in bad times and the good. And here it's so sweet, the kind of saying, I will kiss all your tears away. I will kiss all your troubles away. Here, this is something very special. But you just got to believe and you got to stop standing in your own way. All right, my darlings, that's what I have for you, option number 3. Hope you enjoyed this reading and resonated. Claim its magic down in the comments below. If you're up for a personal read, send me an email. The email's in the description box below as well. And of course, don't forget to check the Patreon page out with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care now, darlings. Bye.